Welcome back to TechEyeSpy, where we unravel the tech and business stories shaping the future. Today, we're diving into a company that's quietly making waves in the semiconductor world, Aehr Test Systems. From powering the chips in electric vehicles to testing the processors behind cutting-edge AI, this company plays a crucial role in the tech revolution. But is it worth your investment? Stick around as we break it all down. Before we jump in, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. We're here every week, exploring the world of tech and finance, giving you the insights you need to make smarter moves. All right, let's get started.
If you like the following content, please leave a tip at buymeacoffee.com/Whitley.
Aehr Test Systems is like that behind-the-scenes hero of the semiconductor industry. While the spotlight often shines on the flashy chips powering our gadgets, it's companies like Aehr that ensure those chips don't just work, they endure. Based in Fremont, California, Aehr specializes in creating advanced test and burn-in systems, the kind of technology that makes sure semiconductors perform reliably under pressure, stress, and over time. It's not just about function, it's about trust. Whether it's an electric vehicle, a data center, or a cutting-edge AI processor, those chips need to hold up. And that's where Aehr comes in. What makes Aehr special? Let's start with their flagship FOX-P trademark platform. This isn't your run-of-the-mill testing equipment. It's a high-volume workhorse designed for parallel testing at wafer-level precision. Think about it. Entire wafers, hundreds of chips, all tested simultaneously. That's a game changer for companies trying to scale production without cutting corners on quality. And as industries like automotive and AI push the limits of what semiconductors need to do, Aehr's technology is keeping pace, ensuring these innovations are built on a rock-solid foundation. But Aehr doesn't stop at just doing the job. They've earned themselves a reputation for reliability. The semiconductor world is tough. It demands perfection. If your testing systems fail or miss something, it's not just an inconvenience. It's a potential disaster. Aehr's solutions are known for their precision and efficiency, and that's earned them the trust of some major players in the field. Companies that manufacture silicon photonics for blazing fast data, silicon carbide for electric vehicles, or even processors for AI. They're all looking to Aehr for answers. Then there's their ability to adapt. The semiconductor market moves fast, with constant leaps in technology. Aehr's systems aren't static. They're built to evolve. Their tools are versatile, catering to cutting-edge tech like SiC and GaN devices, essential for next-gen industries. It's this adaptability, paired with a relentless commitment to quality, that keeps Aehr ahead of the curve. Financially, Aehr has been solid. The company's recent wins, like securing major orders for AI processor testing, show they're not just coasting. They're actively seizing opportunities in emerging markets. That's a sign of a company that isn't just surviving but thriving in a fiercely competitive landscape. So why does Aehr matter? It's simple. Semiconductors are the backbone of modern technology, and Aehr is one of the pillars holding that backbone steady. They're the kind of company that might not be front-page news but is quietly essential to ensuring the devices, cars, and systems we rely on every day don't let us down. If you're looking for a company that combines innovation with rock-solid reliability, Aehr Test Systems is worth more than just a passing glance. Now let's take a step back and look at the cracks in Aehr Test Systems' armor. Nobody's perfect, not even a company with a reputation for precision and reliability. While Aehr is impressive, it's not immune to challenges, and these weaknesses, if left unchecked, could become costly vulnerabilities. First up, their products. Aehr's systems are powerful, no doubt, but they're expensive. High performance always comes at a price, and not every customer, especially smaller semiconductor manufacturers or startups, can justify that cost. It's a niche market, and when your equipment is premium priced, you limit your audience. Add to that the complexity of their systems. Sure, their technology is adaptable and cutting edge, but that also makes it harder to integrate into some manufacturing setups. The steep learning curve can be a deterrent for potential customers looking for plug-and-play solutions. Then there's the issue of scale. Aehr thrives in specialized markets, automotive, silicon photonics, AI. But those markets aren't the entire semiconductor world. They've got limited penetration internationally, particularly in regions like Southeast Asia, where semiconductor manufacturing is booming. Competitors with a more global footprint are eating up market share in these growing regions. Aehr needs to push harder to expand beyond its established customer base. Financially, while they've had some standout quarters, the revenue swings are hard to ignore. Their performance is heavily tied to large orders from a handful of key customers. That's a double-edged sword. When those customers invest, Aehr shines. But if there's a slowdown or those customers move to a competitor, the impact is immediate and significant. The lack of diversification in their revenue streams leaves them exposed to market fluctuations. Management, while competent, has been slow to address some of these strategic vulnerabilities. Expanding globally takes a proactive approach, and Aehr's international growth has been more of a trickle than a surge. They've also been relatively quiet about diversifying their customer base, which could protect them from over-reliance on a few big names. And then there's the supply chain. Aehr is deeply tied to its existing suppliers, which worked well, until global disruptions like COVID-19 showed just how vulnerable that dependency can be. They've yet to build a more resilient, diversified supply chain, which is risky in today's unpredictable global market. Let's not forget the intense competition. Companies like Teradyne and Advantest aren't sitting idly by. They've got the resources and reach to challenge Aehr on every front. Aehr may be a specialist, but when you're up against giants, staying ahead takes constant effort. And while Aehr invests in R&D, their budget for innovation pales in comparison to these larger players. That puts pressure on them to get every move right because there's not much room for error. In short, Aehr has built an impressive foundation, but they're navigating a narrow path. They're reliant on high-priced, specialized products, concentrated markets, and a handful of customers. Their supply chain is a weak spot, and their international presence is underwhelming. For all their strengths, these are the challenges they need to tackle head-on if they want to stay competitive and keep climbing.
Discover unique gifts with Martian home prints on eBay. Looking for amazing gifts that are out of this world? Visit Martian Home Prints on eBay for a fantastic selection of unique items, including our rare and stylish flag socks. Whether you're shopping for a special occasion or just want to treat yourself, we have something for everyone. Our collection is perfect for those who appreciate creativity and uniqueness. Shop now at Martian Home Prints on eBay and find the perfect gift that stands out from the rest. Don't miss out on these incredible items. Just type Martian Home Prints or click the link in the description below and explore our store today.
Now, let's switch gears and talk about opportunities. The bright, shining prospects on the horizon for Aehr Test Systems. If they play their cards right, there's a world of potential waiting to be unlocked. And it's not just about maintaining what they've got. It's about leveling up. First and foremost, the semiconductor market itself is booming. From electric vehicles to AI processors and 5G infrastructure, the demand for semiconductors is skyrocketing, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. Aehr's niche in high-performance testing and burn-in systems positions them perfectly to ride this wave. As industries like automotive increasingly adopt silicon carbide (SiC) and gallium nitride GaN chips for their efficiency and durability, Aehr's products are already in demand. These materials are notoriously tricky to test, and Aehr's expertise in handling them gives the company a serious edge. Then there's the rise of AI. Artificial intelligence is reshaping everything, from cloud computing to consumer electronics. The chips powering AI are some of the most complex and sensitive semiconductors out there, requiring rigorous testing to ensure reliability. Aehr recently scored big with new orders for AI processor testing. And this could be the start of a lucrative expansion into one of the fastest-growing markets in tech. If they capitalize on this, they could establish themselves as a go-to player for AI chip manufacturers. Geographic expansion is another golden opportunity. The semiconductor industry is global, with Asia, especially China, Taiwan, and South Korea, dominating production. Aehr has yet to fully tap into these markets. A focused push to establish partnerships or build a stronger presence in these regions could open the door to massive revenue growth. With the right strategy, Aehr could position itself as a critical supplier in some of the largest and fastest-growing semiconductor hubs in the world. And let's not forget the green energy revolution. As the world shifts toward renewable energy and electric transportation, the need for efficient power management chips is exploding. SiC and GaN semiconductors are at the heart of this transition, and Aehr's ability to test these technologies puts them in a prime position to benefit. Governments and industries are pouring billions into clean energy projects, and Aehr could secure its slice of that pie by targeting manufacturers producing these next-gen chips. Innovation is another lever Aehr can pull. Their R&D has already given them a leading product lineup, but the industry moves fast. By doubling down on advancements in wafer-level testing, scaling their FOX-P trademark platform, or developing solutions for even more specialized applications, Aehr can stay ahead of the curve. Partnering with cutting-edge chip makers on custom solutions could also set them apart, creating long-term relationships and unique revenue streams. Lastly, diversification. Aehr relies heavily on a few key markets today, but the broader semiconductor landscape offers countless opportunities. Consumer electronics, data centers, and even aerospace could all benefit from Aehr's expertise. Broadening their customer base would help them weather industry-specific slowdowns and create more stable, predictable growth. In short, the future looks bright for Aehr Test Systems if they seize these opportunities. The market is expanding, the technologies they focus on are becoming critical, and new frontiers in renewable energy, and global expansion are calling their name. If they can execute smartly and move decisively, Aehr's next chapter could be its most exciting yet.
Threats. The shadows lurking at the edge of every company's horizon, and Aehr Test Systems is no exception. For all their strengths and opportunities, there are real risks that could trip them up if they aren't careful. Let's take a closer look at the storm clouds that could spell trouble. First, the competition. Aehr isn't playing in an empty field, they're up against some heavy hitters. Companies like Teradyne and Advantis dominate the semiconductor testing space with deeper pockets, global reach, and a far larger market presence. These rivals can undercut prices, outspend in R&D, or simply swoop in and grab market share in areas Aehr is just beginning to explore. They've got the resources to move faster, innovate aggressively, and scale in ways that Aehr can't easily match. It's like being a skilled swordsman in a battle against giants. Skill helps, but size can crush. Then there's the issue of customer concentration. Aehr relies on a small number of big clients for the majority of its revenue. That's a precarious position. If one of those clients decides to cut back spending, switch to a competitor, or change their testing strategy entirely, it could be a serious blow. It's a don't put all your eggs in one basket kind of problem, and Aehr's basket is looking a little too full. The supply chain is another potential Achilles heel. Recent years have shown just how fragile global supply chains can be, and Aehr isn't immune. The company relies on specialized components for its testing systems, and if those parts become harder to source, whether due to geopolitical tensions, natural disasters, or supplier failures, production could grind to a halt. That's not just a delay, it's a reputation risk, especially in a business built on reliability.
And what about the semiconductor cycle itself? The industry is famously cyclical, with periods of rapid growth followed by sharp downturns. If demand for semiconductors slows, whether because of oversupply, economic downturns, or shrinking end markets, companies like Aehr will feel the pinch. They're tied to the highs and lows of the market, and when the tide goes out, it's hard not to get stuck in the sand. Geopolitics is another wild card. The semiconductor industry is increasingly caught in the crosshairs of US-China tensions. Export restrictions, tariffs, or sanctions could cut off Aehr's access to key markets or make it harder for them to sell their systems internationally. Given their relatively limited global footprint, any additional barriers to entry in regions like Asia could be a significant roadblock. And scandals? There's no smoking gun here, but even the whisper of ethical issues or poor corporate governance can damage a company's reputation. Aehr's management seems steady, but no company is immune to missteps, whether it's over-promising to investors, under-delivering to customers, or mishandling sensitive supply chain relationships. In today's connected world, a single misstep can go viral, and Aehr doesn't have the PR muscle of larger companies to weather such storms easily.
Lastly, technological obsolescence is a very real threat. The semiconductor industry evolves rapidly. If Aehr's systems fail to keep pace with advancements in chip design, materials, or manufacturing techniques, they risk falling behind. And with competitors racing to offer next-gen solutions, the margin for error is razor-thin. They've got to stay ahead or risk becoming irrelevant in a space where yesterday's innovation quickly becomes today's relic. In the end, the threats Aehr faces are a mix of external pressures and internal vulnerabilities. The competition is fierce, the market is unpredictable, and the stakes are high. If they don't manage these challenges carefully, even a strong company like Aehr could find itself on shaky ground. So, here's the big question. Would I invest in Aehr Test Systems? Let's break it down in a way that makes sense for all of us amateur investors trying to make smart moves. Aehr Test Systems is one of those companies that doesn't immediately grab the spotlight. But when you dig deeper, you see the real value they bring to the table. They're operating in a high-demand industry, with semiconductors becoming the backbone of everything from electric cars to AI-powered devices. Their technology is specialized, their reputation is solid, and they're positioned in key growth areas like silicon carbide and gallium nitride testing. All of that sounds like a recipe for success. But let's not sugarcoat it. There are risks here. The competition is fierce. They're reliant on a few big clients, and global supply chain issues could hit them hard. Plus, their limited international presence and the cyclical nature of the semiconductor industry mean there's a chance for rocky times ahead. This isn't a company immune to challenges, and as an investor, you need to keep that in mind. So, would I personally invest? It depends on your goals and risk tolerance. If you're looking for a high-growth opportunity in a cutting-edge industry and you're okay with a bit of volatility, Aehr Test Systems could be a compelling choice. They've got the technology and the market tailwinds to deliver solid returns if they execute well. But if you're someone who likes their portfolio a little more stable, this might feel like a bumpy ride. It's a calculated risk, not a sure thing. For me, I'd say Aehr is worth a closer look, especially if you believe in the long-term growth of semiconductors.
AI, and EVs. Just keep your eyes open, diversify your investments, and remember, this isn't about betting it all. It's about finding opportunities where the rewards could outweigh the risks. Aehr might just be one of those opportunities. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And hey, if you want more insightful analyses and tech-savvy breakdowns like this one, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Join the TechEyeSpy community where we keep an eye on the future, one investment at a time. See you in the next episode.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you enjoyed my content, please support this channel by visiting buymeacoffee.com/Whitley or scan the QR code to leave a tip.